Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Scaleway Sessions. This is our show where we, in the Scaleway DevRel team, invite cool people on to talk about cool things or dork around with code live, which is what we're going to be doing today. I'm
Or be
Eli.
cool.
Yeah, be cool. We're cool also. It's just that the guests we get on are also very, very cool. So, yeah, today I'm Eli. I'm one of the developer advocates here at Scaleway. I'm joined by Diego, my colleague, also one of the developer advocates. I'm looking over to the side because I have him on another screen, and it's like we're almost exactly in the same room, except I'm looking to the wrong side. And today, Diego has set a challenge for me that I don't know what it is, but I'm going to be attempting to complete it using a language I've never used before. And I think Diego will also be supplying me with that language. So, Diego, do you want to tell us what we're doing today?
Well, yeah, we are continuing with the kind of theme that we set up a few weeks ago
With the Eurovision hacking
for
party.
our Eurovision hacking party, where we just picked a language and picked at random one of us to just experiment and make a fool of themselves in public.
Yeah. And Diego was in the hot seat last time, so therefore he gets to inflict something else on somebody else. And since it's he and I only today, it's me in the hot seat. So you'll get to see me making a lot of typos.
Yeah, actually, it went well. I think we achieved what we set off to do,
Yeah,
and
you crushed
actually
it.
made a thank you. And actually, we made an open source contribution, updating the documentation of a library.
And it got accepted. Your pull request got accepted.
Yes, it was.
Let's see if we can replicate that today. No promises.
Yeah. So during the weekend after that session, I started up coding something for myself because it inspired me. Because the way we selected the language seemed not so transparent. Basically, Dan told us, right, trust me, this is the language I want to
He
select.
did later send us the Python code for it, and it was
Yes,
a one-liner, but yeah.
we can confirm now that, it was using a random
To be fair, we
algorithm.
don't know that that's what he did on stream. We know that he sent us some Python code.
But
However, Diego,
now
yeah, clearly is going to go
we
one
have
better.
something more visual this time. So we have
Let's scale it for those two.
this kind of roulette that I've been working on during my free time for the last few weeks, hoping this will work. It will work this time. So we have all the languages, the options that we have selected, from Haskell to F sharp, and it will select one of those at random for us to play with. So are you ready?
Yeah, go for it. I like that you said play with as well. It takes the pressure off me to be competent with
Yeah,
Eli.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll just make fool of our out of
I'm so good at it.
ourselves.
I'm so good at that.
Yeah, I think that's why they hired us, right?
All right, go. Give me the challenge. Give me the language at least.
Wait, but you don't want to know what's going on under the hood,
Oh yeah, no,
how it
absolutely.
works?
I
Oh,
didn't assume that you wanted to share your magic tricks, but if
oh
you're
yeah.
gonna give us a
No,
few
no,
comments,
it's
let's do it.
actually it's open source. I just open source it during lunchtime.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. So it's basically a web page, a web URL that I'm loading here on our streaming platform. That is connected through WebSockets to a server. And this server accepts HTTP requests. In this case, it will accept a post request telling it to spin. And a spin is basically picking one of those elements at random and animating that on the client side. And now we are about to see if it actually works. So let's send that HTTP request. And it apparently does. Is it working on your end?
I can see it illuminating various
Right, yeah.
sectors of
So
the
it's
wheel,
spinning
and it's now landed on something.
and it landed on something. Yeah. So it will be R for today.
Ooh,
Are you feeling piracy?
priority. See,
R?
the thing there's this joke about pirates, and you go, "Oh, what's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?" And everyone always goes R, but that's not true because his first love be the C.
That
That
is
might be
true.
the only genuine laugh I've ever got with that joke. All right, so I don't have a pirate hat. I have a Viking hat somewhere, but it's in somewhere in my room and I can't find it. I'm happy to go and dive in with some R.
All right. If you're happy with it, then let's
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah. So I
Have
will.
you ever done any R in the past?
I've not. I did work as a data engineer, but that was all Python.
Mhm.
So I've worked with people who did a lot of R and were very, very competent with it, and that was their main language. I have never touched it myself. When I did coding for maths back at university, I did MATLAB. So this will be, I guess, filling in that niche a little bit. I can put it on my CV after this.
That's true. I did add Lua to my LinkedIn right away.
Excellent. Yes. And Dan and I can endorse you for it as well.
All right. So I'm guessing you're gonna share your screen.
Yes, hopefully. If I can get the there we go. It's shared. So what
All
I've got
right.
here is I've got terminal, and this is just my local terminal. I've got some VS Code, and then in the background, I've got an instance that I set up on Scaleway to be able to have a clean sort of slate for this. So I'm just going to get into that. Just learning in public on my machine. Yay! Okay, so here I am. I'm in my terminal, and I'm just going to get Visual Studio Code connected to that as well. Learning in public. I do not want to update now on stream. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
brave, but not that brave. Cool. So this one can go away because that's my local VS Code. And now I'm in a remote session. And what I can do is I can say I'd like to open up just my home folder. Go away. Don't stop telling me to update. Cool. And I've got loads of files and things that don't matter right now. So what am I doing, Diego, with R? Well, while you tell me, I'm going to just make a little folder and open that up. Diego, you are on mute. It's 2023 and we're still doing this. You on mute.
So I was doubly mute. Yeah. You know, driving. And
Oh yeah,
also
and
playing.
your incredibly complicated audio setup as well. Cool. So I'm in my Safari. I'm learning how to start R. Go to cloudrproject.r. Can I do this from the command line?
I have zero idea. So what I was saying was that I'm in a similar situation. I've had coworkers doing R next to me, but yeah, I think my subconscious never picked anything from them when I was working on JavaScript. So
This
yeah,
says it has. Oh, here we go.
it has a package.
R base. Cool. There we go. So I've not done anything with this this instance so far. So
And that may take some time.
I'm not in the sudoers file. I'm not. I need to be root.
All right.
Come on. In authentication failure. Well, I've forgotten the password clearly. Am I going to be able to install? Have I forgot? Oh my gosh, this is really bad. That I've forgotten this. Let me try
So
again.
you're looking as root into your instance, into your virtual machine?
I'm trying to.
But I mean from the SSH session.
Oh yeah, I probably could. I'm in SSH as a user that I made.
Then maybe you can just log in as root.
Yeah, let's see if I can. Let's see if that lets me. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so
Cool.
Is it upgrade or update? Don't know. I'll try that. Sudo.
Yeah.
There we go. This is stuff I should have done beforehand. But this is also all I did with this instance was I made a user, gave myself like a little password. There we go. And then what is it? Yes, upgrade. And then it's install, yes, install our base. And then from there, you can install RStudio. But I don't know if I need RStudio because that's just an IDE and I want to just be writing R code directly into VS Code, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't need RStudio.
What I can see from our project is that you install. Uh, what do you install here? R R base. So that's the base package.
Yeah, and that's what an interpreter, compiler, the thing that makes your code turn into machine code at some
Most
stage,
likely.
right? No, I don't want to look at an entire course. Go away.
Yeah, maybe not.
Run R code from command line. That's if I could spell. There we go. Stack Overflow, my beloved. Okay, okay. R script.
All right.
Interesting. So, what is R script?
And then the same answer.
I need to run and ask. Okay, this is what they're doing. This is not what we need to do. Okay. The main package for R. So actually, maybe.
So that's R base. Okay.
Okay. What am I doing? Cancel.
Yeah, it seems like you are upgrading your kernel.
I don't want to.
Tap.
Okay, okay. No containers need to be restarted. Okay, cool. So sudo apt yes install R base. We're installing R. Good. Okay, only a quarter of an hour in, and it looks like R script might just be part of the thing that we're downloading now.
Maybe.
So if I go back to where I was, running an R script from a command line. Okay, so I'm just going to try and do basically this hello world thing, right?
Yeah, that will be the best first step.
Right, cool. While this is installing, let me go back to my VS Code, close that. I've got it massively, massively zoomed in because, obviously, so hello world.r looks like was the extension. Oh yeah, and it's giving me a little icon there to tell me later. I'm not going to bother doing the what's the word I'm looking for? Extensions for R. Okay, so I have some code in this little function in this file, and we have to wait until. To be fair, this bit that's taking forever, I could not have done before we did the spinner. So I could not have done this beforehand unless we chose the language beforehand and didn't make it transparent to our beloved viewers that we were in fact doing it randomly. So
that's part of the fun.
It is part of the fun.
Yeah, starting from scratch. Like if you are tasked at your day job that you need to make a Hello World app in a new language because reasons.
That's 90% of what software programming is,
exactly.
Right? You just turn up and write Hello World. That's deeply reductive. I feel bad now. Maybe one of the things we can do when we do these is in each language. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. There we go. Cool. Okay, so now if I say R script, learning R. Okay. Oh no, hang on. I need to exit because I don't want to be root. I want to be me.
I want to be me.
I do. I want to be me. I made myself a little user on this system and everything. I want to put it to use. So, cd learning R. I'm now in the learning R directory. If I say R script, it has tab completed that for me.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah, it means that it actually has that binary. It has that executable for me in my path. Hey, if we just hey, hello world, and let me just double check. Hello from Eli's new instance. Oh.
Now you broke it.
I did. I wonder if it likes double quotes also. And you know what? I'm actually going to zoom this back out a bit because it's a bit silly.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Better safe than sorry when it comes to zooming, and I wouldn't want it to not be visible. Yeah. Okay. So we've got a hello world working.
All right.
So
it's
what I'm also going to do.
Minutes.
Hey, awesome. So Diego, what is my challenge?
Your challenge is to, first of all, check the list of languages that we had for this session. and
Yes.
then create a new round for the next session.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Yeah.
So you already have a URL that I sent you before.
Oh, I do. Yes. Okay. So if I just curl that, do I get back the list?
Then you'll need to use that URL and navigate or do /API/rounds. So get request to the URL that I sent you. That's the
Yeah,
base
which
path.
I just do that. What is it? It's I'm gonna really betray my ignorance here. Get request from command line. Yeah, it's just curl. And then yeah. Oh, it's literally just that. Okay. Cool. Curl, and then you gave me that URL.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
Not installed. Oh yeah, it is.
Well, it's not curl is not installed. It says curl help. What am I doing wrong?
Oh yeah. Maybe I don't know. You need to escape it.
Oh yeah, maybe. Because if I let me hang on, I don't want to echo it on stream, right? Because it's meant to be secret.
It's fine.
Cool. So if I echo that URL, it's gone. It's gone. It's never coming back. Cool. Okay. So if I just I'm in Slack in my other window. Why did I absolutely put it into environment variables? So let's see. Cool. So if I just do right.
Oh,
Hello?
because you close the session and then.
Oh, yeah. Right. Now, if I do this, it's fine. I have Slack open. There we go.
Good. Okay, maybe you can open that on
Spin
your
that
browser.
thing. I can indeed.
And yes, it works.
Okay.
It's giving you the 404.
Because what I actually want to do is spin. Did you say it was? Or round?
It's /API.
Yep.
/rounds, plural. With an
Rounds.
S. Whoops.
Okay. So that gives me some stuff I'm going to put into VS Code. Well, actually, no, I don't need to. Hang on. I'm not going to do that.
So that's the stuff you need to query in order to get the list of languages for next session.
Yes.
So you will get the latest one, which is round 2.
Yeah. What is this? Hang on. It's my terminal was displaying in a way that I didn't understand. It doesn't matter. Cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna new file in here. Output some JSON. And this is where I'm putting what that endpoint is giving to me, just so that I can look at it, understand it, rotate it in my mind. Aha. Cool. Okay. That's horribly indented and everything, but you get the point. So I need to add another thing to this endpoint. No?
Yes.
Okay.
But you will use another endpoint. So the idea here is to make the GET request to get the list of the existing languages for the current session.
Right.
Then out of those, remove the one that you're using.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, add a new one.
Add a new one, which I can choose, right?
Yes.
So do you, Dan, and I have any experience in C++ between us?
Probably Dan does.
I think we asked that at the time, actually. What about C? I think C is a bit of a nasty one for these sessions because it requires quite a lot of overhead in like the build set.
I actually heard a suggestion from one of our viewers this week, actually, about using Zik.
Using what?
Zik. ZIG.
Wait. Spell it out for me. ZIG. ZIG.
Yes, IG. Yes.
I've never heard of that. All right, sure, I'll do that. I'll add that. So I am building a function that simply returns this. And actually, this can become the output. So me calling it output JSON is not so bad. I need a comma. So what I need to create is something that gives me this output. And instead of R, there's zig.
Correct.
I've understood. Okay. I've understood the assignment.
Yes, and in order to add the new round, you'll need to make a post request to a different endpoint using the authentication token that you were provided.
Right. Cool. Okay. Which has also disappeared from my my system, but I have it copied now. It's in my clipboard. So
all right.
Right. So this is also me like using the authentication stuff for the first time. So
it's fine. It's only a header.
Okay, that's not what I wanted. I wanted my Safari back. Cool. Because right, so there's some functions here. I need to write to this endpoint. So like, okay, no, go through with me again exactly what I actually going to need to do.
Right. So you need to make a script or program that automatically goes and checks all the sessions, all the rounds, looks for the latest one based on the number. So you will see that are named round 1, 2, or 3. In this case, you'll need to find the latest one or the highest number, round 2. And then extract the options list, and out of that options list, remove or replace the current language with the new one that you select. Then take that JSON and send it as a post request to the add new round endpoint in the API.
Right. So I'm just going to call this rounds.r because this is going to be my code that does this. So what I'm doing is I'm assuming that hashes give me comments here. So poll existing endpoint for JSON. I'm going to extract latest round of choices. Create new list of choices, which is output is going to be JSON. And then I'm putting all of that, all 3 rounds. I'm going to send all of that, the JSON that contains all 3 rounds as a post request to that endpoint.
Only one, only a new one.
Only the new one. Okay.
Adding just a new
send. So send the bit to be appended as a post payload to that endpoint or to a different endpoint?
To a different endpoint.
Which you will give to me, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Fabulous. Okay. So that is what we're doing here. So to Google, GET request in R. HTTR. Okay. So it looks like there's a package I need. Install R packages. From the CRAN repository. Where is this running? Is this running in RStudio?
That is a good question. How do you install package?
Yeah. This is the thing about learning, not RStudio, R packages from command line. There's so much stuff when you get into a new language like this that's just kind of institutional knowledge that just gets taken for granted. Like, oh, of course you're running this code in RStudio. I was looking at Terraform the other day and it's like, okay, here's some code that generates some result or requests and provisions some resources. It's like, okay, is that saved as a file? What's that file's name? And it's main.tf, but nowhere in the tutorial I was reading did it say that. Right. Launch R, type the command. This looks like it's in RStudio. In RStudio. from the shell. Thank you, Stack Overflow. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like I want to get the R console. Ah, here we go. R script E. Aha. So you can actually run, it looks like you can run R code in the command line as if it was in the R console using R script. I wonder if I do R script. Hang on. I wonder if I do R script, will it put me into like a, it doesn't put me into a REPL. I was hoping it did, like Python does. Doesn't matter. So R script E, and then I want install, not packages, brackets, and I think it's just going to be HTTR. Let's see what this does. And then I need to close that as well. Oh, it's not going to like it because it's single quotes. To make sure my quotes are execution halted. Lib is not writable. Installing into thing as lib is okay. Lib is not writable. Ah. Cool. Am I going to just have to change? I'm going to have to go back into root and change my permissions. How about this? Do I just have to be root for this? That's ridiculous. Yeah, it really does look like I might have to change my package, my permissions on that.
Honestly, I would have stayed with root.
You know what? Okay, fine. I'll be root.
But that's me, right? I'm just trying to be lazy / efficient.
Okay, so what it is, yeah, in a real environment, in a real sort of production or development environment, you would not do this.
And you would hire a developer with experience with R. So yeah.
yeah. So I want to go. Just double checking that I know where I am. Yeah, there we go. Learning R. Okay, now if I do R script -e install.packages, and it is HTTR that we want for making HTTP requests.
That's a great
but it's
name.
pausing. Hello. It's doing things. Oh my god, Hackermans, I'm in. This is incredible. Okay, let me go back to actually looking up how to make a GET request with R. Interesting. Cool. Let's see if I can actually find HTTR.pdf. Don't tell me the documentation for this is a PDF. Oh my god, I love data scientists. Oh my god, it is.
Did you see the date?
No, I didn't. Is it like 2005? Oh my. Okay, no,
sort of.
It's really. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's not necessarily useful to me. Okay. Load HTTR. Oh, okay. So it looks like had non-zero exit status. Dependencies are not available.
OpenSSL.
Yeah, it's interesting. It doesn't automatically download them. Maybe error message. Include that compilation terminated. So am I missing system dependencies?
OpenSSL probably.
But that's going to be. That's not this, right?
Which should have been installed. I'm guessing system-wide.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
No, that's libSSL1. We did that one. We'll see.
Which one do we need? Ah. Yeah, this person wants one specifically, apparently.
That's I
Sudo
would say
apt
just go
install.
for it. Worst case scenario, you need to create another instance and start from scratch.
I'm just
But
doing this.
that's the
Okay.
beauty of using virtual machines for it. Just
Zero
kill
upgraded,
it.
nothing four not up to date. The updated things are. Wait. Oh no,
I
hang on.
mean, it should be there.
OpenSSL is already the newest version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so why is it not happy? Let me try this again. See if it's happier this time. I don't think it is. Oh no, this person it wants okay. It might be that we do need this libSSL dev. Yeah. Okay, so let me try.
Oh, the development version.
It might be that that's what. So what I'm getting out of this Stack Overflow thread is that some things, like maybe R, say OpenSSL when they mean this instead. Oh, I don't want to. Right. Okay. Cool.
Leave
So
my
now,
kernel alone.
yeah. Listen, it's out of date. It's fine. I'm all right with it. Well, dependency curl. Okay, so I just don't have curl. How do I not have curl on this machine? Except I do because I just used it.
Exactly.
Says it doesn't have curl. libcurl
Maybe.
OpenSSL.
Exactly.
This reminds me of I've been through some problems installing Python in the past. And this reminds me of like, oh, you need Python 3 like dev whatever in order to do virtualenv or something. And it's just I don't know what I'm doing. I am literally just copying things from Stack Overflow that have been highly upvoted and putting them in my machine. As you say, virtual machines, great for this. Cool. Okay, we have HTTR.
Okay.
All right, so let's make a GET request. So I need to do library HTTR. Apparently helps if I spell it correctly. I'm sure. I don't need to put quotes around it.
Probably not.
HTTR, and then let me literally just copy this, except that I will replace it with. I want to get the URL from my environment, so I'm going to see if I can do that in R. Get environment variable R. Get env.
All right.
Obtains the variables.
What is X?
I'm really confused by this. A character vector or null? Logical, should the result be named? What? Give me some examples. So let's get env. Using the dlist print method. Okay. This is not helpful to me.
From what I can see, it says that getenv, and then you pass in the name of the variable.
Yeah, cool, good. Let's try that. And what I actually want is sys.getEn and URL. And let's see if it will just print. And this should give me a 404 because what I've got in the URL is not the full thing. It's not with the API rounds at the end. Yep. But so our script rounds.r. Using bad illegal format or missing URL. Interesting. Huh.
And this session already has that URL, that environment variable?
Ooh,
Because you did change user,
I did
right?
change, didn't I? Yes, cool. It does not. Let me go and grab that URL from Slack again. It would really help if I could like select it properly.
Also, if one of our viewers was experienced with R, it would give us a hand.
Look, I'm going to put
again,
in API
if you
routes
just
here.
joined, this is completely new for us, and that's the challenge, actually.
Yes, cool.
Using a language that we are not familiar with.
Cool. So now, if I do our script rounds.r, hey!
All right.
Cool. So what it's given me, I've printed out R, is, let me pull this back again and get rid of that. Status, content type, size. So how do I get the payload out?
That is a good question.
And this is where I think I do want to go back to this.
To the PDF?
Yeah, to the PDF. Here we go. Right. So add headers, get a response object. Give me the API of that, please. Handle, header, cookies, content, the body of the response. See content for ways to access it. Parsed. That's probably what we want, right?
Yeah.
So, but how does that, content, extract content from a request. So X is a request object, but not a response object though.
That is true. We need the request body.
Response method. Response. Let me have a look at
response, yeah.
Content examples are get from HTTP response. Let me see somebody doing it. Here we go. Oh, this is just from the same PDF. Okay, hang on.
Examples. Yeah. All right. So the content of R, the request, and then you display it as text.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see what happens if I print out content R instead of just printing it itself. Yeah, cool. Look, it's given me an array. I think that is it has parsed it into an R object. This is like an R array. Because what are all these square brackets? That's got to be something the language is doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's given me. That's a lot of brackets and ones. So I think what it's telling me is, this is name, and it doesn't have multiple things in it, so it's just round 2. And then there's a thing called options, and then here's the first thing of options, it's Elixir. Here's the second thing of options, it's Elm, so on and so forth. So what I need to do is extract the latest. All right, so I want dealing with parsing JSON in R, which is going to be one of the things it's really good at, right? We have to assume?
One would have to assume. Because data?
Yeah. JSON Lite. The R code has been rewritten from scratch, blah, blah, blah. So what if I just try and, you know what I'm going to do? I'm already root, actually. I don't need to go back and forth. I'm always root. Excellent. So
yes.
rscript-e and install.packages, I think it was, JSON Lite. Is that the name of the thing?
Look at you. You're an expert now.
Don't say it. Well, hey, yeah, but I mistyped install, so
happens to all of us.
And I want double quotes here, JSON Lite, single quotes to end it. Give me a thing that will handle JSON. And while that's doing that, I'm going to go and look at the documentation for this. Reasonably fast JSON parser and generator optimized for statistical data and the web. Yes, the web. Cool. Suggests. Huh. Can I have some documentation? Getting started with JSON and JSON Lite. Oh, reference manual. I'm enjoying that it seems to be PDF seem to be the go-to for art. I don't know why, it just tickles me. And like, look, you've got people putting their whole email addresses out there on the internet. I love the academic overlap.
The academic world, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. So now I have JSON Lite. So what I actually want to do is get some JSON in. I don't care about base 64. What I want to do is just read JSON out of content. Wait, where's read? Read JSON. There we go. To JSON explicitly distinguished. Do not simplify it by default. So I just want parse JSON probably of the content. So if I do library JSON Lite, and if I say parse JSON of this, print me out. Yeah, it does have an underscore. And I do actually want to save that modified file, otherwise it's going to do nothing different at all. Ooh. Invalid character in the JSON text. Love it.
Oh, okay. So what are we getting back from the HTTR package?
Oh, I think if I parse it before I do the... So I think this content is doing some parsing into our structures, and that's not playing well with the parse JSON. It's expecting something more raw.
Maybe.
So I don't know what the data structure of this is, because what we got out is this thing with a bunch of ones and things in it, and I don't know what that is the to string of, if you will, because here right at the end it said list. So maybe it's giving me nested lists.
What if you pass it in without passing it through content?
Yeah, I mean, that is the obvious, yes. Well, so the thing about this is that one of the other things that content was doing was specifically extracting the payload. This R itself is just like, this has some headers. Yeah, it's the response object. So what I want to do actually now is I want to go back to the HTTR docs and, maybe str content R. If I turn it back into a string and then feed it into the JSON parser, it might like it more.
Sounds fun.
Hey, yeah. I mean, it's worth trying. It's worth 5 seconds to try it. Ooh. Lexical error right here, right at the end. It didn't like that. So whatever it's doing, it's almost giving me... Yeah, it's almost giving me what I want. List of 2, list of 2, list of 8.
And what is the issue there then? Right here, NA.
Yeah. I think there's something to do with the way that it's been closed that it doesn't like. Maybe what's being returned from the endpoint. Because if I do Perl just URL, there wasn't a closing comma here, right at the end of that. Here, after this curly brace. And I wonder if it wants that.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't. But I know that it is.
JSON.
Yeah.
In the JSON world, it shouldn't.
I'm just wondering, because it's getting everything else right up until the end.
What's the last element that it renders? Dart.
Yeah. After with Lua in it. Lua Pearl Dart.
Yeah.
So it is. So I'm wondering, what if I give it this instead? Content. What if I do parse JSON, and I can give it a path here. So I'm going to see if what I can do is if I can give it output.json. It helps if I type the right thing. Let me see, go back to the docs and make sure that I'm just doing this correctly. Path. Yeah. I probably want to quote that. I'm going to just guess that it doesn't know that that's a thing. Let's see. See what it does. It might just give me output JSON. Yeah, that isn't a thing. Is there a path object in R that I can give it? What JSON X path file on disk? Let's tell it specifically that it's a path, because I saw them doing explicit variables like that. Argument JSON is missing. Parse and simplify JSON with no default. That's interesting.
Parse and simplify. Okay.
No default. It didn't know where the JSON was. String with literal JSON or connection object to read from. Parse JSON, simplify vector equals false. Interesting. Maybe I want this. Maybe I want this actually. Hang on, because this is taking R objects, which is content. So forget this. That's just me trying to debug and understand here. So what I actually want is this serialized JSON from this R objects that we've got out of our content, which is the result of doing that get.
Okay.
Oh yeah, here we go.
That looks more like it, yeah.
It is. It's Oh my god, it's nasty though, isn't it?
Yeah,
so what it is
it's
giving
a JSON representation
of
R.
The things.
Thing.
Oh no! That's not what I want.
What if you pass the string parsed as the second argument of the content function method?
Oh, so hang on.
So R, comma, and the string parsed.
And then this, like that?
Yes.
Where have you seen that?
Documentation of HTTR.
It's giving me the exact same
thing.
but
then I'm not sure. Maybe what is.
And then actually, maybe what I want is I just want to put this out. Maybe I just want to output this and see what it gives me.
Let's see.
It's giving me the same stuff as before with all those square brackets. What I want is I want it to take this like nested lists and smartly turn it into JSON, but I don't know that exists because I think that's actually quite a hard problem. I'm essentially trying to cast an existing object rather than document it as JSON, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Our object to be serialized. I don't want to serialize it. I want to interpret it as JSON. Yeah.
So we're trying to force R to do something outside the R.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to. We've got these R objects, and actually, I tell you what, this is actually useful. What we've got here, because it's telling me it's a list, and it's telling me it is nested lists. So, what I want to do is print out top level of lists or something. I don't want Firefox. Go away. I want Safari.
Poor Firefox.
Nested list syntax in R. I want to read from a nested list, really, but learning how to build them is probably useful. Okay, so yeah, fine, whatever, cookies. So list letters, 16 to 11. I have no idea what that is. Yeah. Oh, so this is creating a list, and each of these are also lists. Right. So how do I read, if I've got a list, how do I like extract stuff from it?
Okay, there's a for loop. That's good.
Here. Yeah.
I'll create a list in a for loop, but
yeah, but that's fine. I can take this. I can take this and make it work for me. Cool. So we have a list of lists. That's what content is. So if I do this for I and I length content, right? I want to print out. I don't want to. I just want to print my list content I think. Let me try this. So
Yeah.
all I'm doing is I'm looping over the list at the top level and printing out each of its values. And I don't want to write and I'm putting this into this variable. I'm saving off that thing. So we can use it again here, because otherwise it was just printing out the result of this function call. I hope I've not overloaded this. Let me call it that. Let me call it list. Let me call it list content, just in case. I don't know how it works. Type of object of type closure is not subsettable. That's because I didn't change my variable names.
Yeah.
I'm a competent software engineer who gets paid to do my work. Oh my god. I did warn people there would be typos.
Are you kidding? It's only 2 in 53 minutes.
Let's see. So why is it not printing things? I know that before it did want print. So maybe just saying list content I isn't enough to get it to print. Maybe you actually have to. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
That I think is different. It's giving me fewer square brackets, I think.
But all the elements still. So it's not.
Oh no, it's not. It's giving me the same number. Create. Hang on. Print that. Hang on. Instead of doing this, I'm just going to print I, to make sure that I understand it is actually looping. Cool. Okay.
Good.
Cool. And it's also prepending those print statements with these ones. So I'm not sure that the ones have anything to do with the list necessarily, but I think those are just lines of output.
Maybe the nesting level?
Yeah, maybe.
So let's see, for the options, 1, 2, 3, 4. Options is the base level. Then you have up, I don't know.
It is starting to make sense to me. Yeah.
Okay.
So if I print the link for the list content. So if I print out list content I, but all I want to do here, I don't know how I can comment this out, so I'm just gonna literally do this. What I want to do is I want to just dig down into the first element of this list and its nesting and see how we can like access inner things. So print list. No, I don't want quotes. List content. And I'm going to assume it's 1 indexed because this starts at 1 here. So I'm assuming it's 1 indexed. Print list content 1. And then if I do 1 here, what does it give me? Does it give me name? Does it give me round 2? What does it do? Interesting.
The first.
It gives me the whole thing.
The first element of the array. Huh.
So what if I do this? Does it give me exactly the same? I missed what was different there. It gives me the exact same thing, whether or not I append this or not. So that's not doing anything. Accessing nested lists.
So I know that Dan, our manager, doesn't like us talking about ChatGPT, but since
yeah, I don't have an OpenAI account, so if you wanna look it up, be my guest.
Okay.
Right. This returns the first element of the list, which is itself a list. Ooh, okay. Let me play around with some square brackets. Diego is talking to our new AI overlords. So now this has gone one level deeper. I think there was one more level of nesting than I thought on this. So now, if I do this, it just goes round 2. So that's how I get hold of the first elements of each of these things. So what I actually want is this. I want to undo all of these comments. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to print out the list of all the rounds that we have, because I don't care about their content right now. I just want to know which rounds do I have available to me and which am I going to have to get rid of, or like, where are we up to in the number of rounds that we've done so far, so that I know which is the next one that I have to construct. So I'm hoping this is going to print me out name round 2 and name round 1. Yes, I deserve my salary. Cool. So now I know that, well, I've printed this, but actually what I want to do, I printed this. Actually, what I want to do is I want the code to understand that 2 is the highest. Diego, can I assume that if there are 2 elements in this list, they are that 3 is the next? Or should I be inspecting what's in there? Because it might be rounds 4 and 5 and I need to construct 6.
Yes.
I need to inspect it. Cool. Okay. So can I assume that they will always be of the format round with a capital R and then a space?
Yes.
Cool. This is like Diego's giving me interview questions. Cool. So can I append to a list? Let's see. So list content, that is a string. Can I get the last element of a string? I'm not going to keep assuming that it's only one character, extracting the last n characters. No, split string by delimiter in R, because what I actually want to do is I want to split it by spaces and look at the last section.
Exactly, yeah.
When I try to split this string, split, cool. So go back to my code, and what I actually want is split that by this. No, those are ats because I'm on a Mac. That, and I want to print this. How do I get the last element of it?
Indeed. Maybe index.
Yeah, but oh, that's true. I do know it's the second. You've told me that.
Yep.
Right, and I'm hoping this is just going to give me 2 and 1.
It's so interesting to me to see a language.
Non-character argument.
Huh.
In which? This might not be. So maybe I have to do this. Maybe I also have to do this. I want to get the name. So before it was printing me out name and round 2, and I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's like the name of the list. I don't know if lists have names as well as being objects.
I'm gonna assume that's the property name.
Yeah, let's see what this does.
If you look above, you have a $, then options on your terminal. So maybe I can give you a hint of what ChatGPT says.
Yes, do it.
You can actually do a for in, from what I can see here, and then access elements using the $sign notation.
So I can do. So could I do this? Hang on. Like this?
So you will need to replace the inline 7. Instead of going over the length, you go over the list. the list is itself. So for I in list content.
Yeah, okay. And then each
And
of
then,
those, I'm just going to print I here.
and then it will be list content, or I'm sorry, I, and then $sign name.
Print I, so this,
Dollar
just like
sign
this.
name. Yes. If the list, if this is the,
Oh,
if the list,
amazing.
yes.
Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is string split that with the delimiter of a space and take the second element of that. See what that does. Null. Yay. So what have I done wrong here? Well, first, let me just do this.
Yeah.
Round and 2. Oh,
Okay.
so actually, I think maybe what I need to do is this. No, that's not right. So this gave me this.
But what if you use number 1? Will give you round?
Oh, because I've gone straight for the name. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. Appending 1 to that did nothing. But what if I append with the double square brackets, which is a thing I saw people doing online? Don't know quite what it does. That gets me 1 level within the nesting. So now, what if I do 2? That is what I want. So this is getting me the numbers of the rounds as characters. So can I do
then you
int?
can add them to a variable?
Yeah, cast them as, I want to cast them as ints. Cast string to int in R. String to I. Cool. So extra to I of that gets me those as numbers. So what I want to do is I want to say highest equals 1. And then if that, I want my if syntax in R. If test expression statement. Cool. So I do want brackets.
Yeah.
If this is greater than, strictly greater than, highest n, highest is that, which I should probably save into a variable name, but I don't care. And then what I should do is print highest. And I'm hoping this gives me 2.
Let's see. All right.
So I now know that. Okay. Actually, I don't necessarily want to cast this. If that is that, and I also want to save
the name.
Yeah. So round name is, it's weird that it does this arrow instead of equals. I'm so used to equals in every language. Round name is $name. I want to save that off. And I'm just going to do round name is the empty string here.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna print the round name just to double check that it's doing what I think it is. Yeah, cool. Okay. So the latest round of choices is lists content. So latest choices is, it's in the list content. And I know that its name is... Oh, actually, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. Do I? Yeah, I just want to save I. So the round itself is I. Because I want to save all the data as well. I'm pinning the entirety of the list that came with the name. So if I do this, round 2, I didn't save. Yeah, so now we've got all the options saved off as well. So I've got the latest round. I'm going to call it that instead. Cool. So I have that, and I now need to figure out how to pop R off the list. So.
Oh, replace.
Yeah. For I in, I'm going to be really crude here. For I in, why is it I in? There we go. Latest round. If
Actually, you can do. Well, you can find the index of the element and assign a new value. So yeah, it's kind of what you're doing. Yeah,
I'm just looping to find. Yes. Like I'm going over them, and if that is equality check in R.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're using connection equipment. String equality check in R. Double equals. Woohoo! Oh, hang on. 2 equals logical value. Yeah, cool. I was wondering if it was doing something funky like Python does, where it's like, oh, are these 2 pointers the same, or do they point to something which is of equivalent value? Then I print. I'm just going to print found it for now, because I just want to know if this is the syntax for finding a thing. I'm not sure about that I option. Operator is invalid for atomic vectors. I think that means that this is not. But I in latest. Hang on.
Maybe you need to define latest round as well, because you're assigning it a value that it doesn't exist before. Do you need to declare it first?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could be latest round equals nothing. Yeah, I wonder if because I've assigned it a value of type string, it's going to get unhappy here. We'll find out. Operator is invalid for atomic vectors. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to set this to 0, and therefore this if block will always be executed at least once. Therefore, I don't need to
I think that the current approach is close.
Yeah.
What if you instead of declaring it as a string, an empty string, you declare it as an empty list?
Yeah. At the moment, it's fine, because I'm just because I set this to be 0. I know that this if block will always be executed at least once, and I will always have assigned to latest round, which I don't have to have pre-initialized, because that's just not how R seems to do things. So this always exists by this point. I don't know if this syntax is the right thing though. That does seem to be the thing. Like, let me see if I can just print something here. Print hi. And get rid of that. And I'm hoping this will just print me out something 8 times. Yeah, cool. Okay. So that is the way to loop over the list of options. What if I print I? Okay, so it just gives me a string.
Excellent.
Okay, fine, good. So if I equals R N. Now, is R actually linking directly to the thing? Or I can't just assign to I don't think. That won't do what I want. because I don't think I is truly that bit in the round in the list. Can I do like an enum? Specifically R.
I think.
Not Rust. R. I want to get the number. I want to get the index of it as well, is what I want to do.
So I think you can go back to the first type of for loop that you were doing using the length of the list.
Oh, yes, yes.
And then you can just modify the list.
Yeah, and it was that, wasn't it? It was something like this. Yeah. So if latest round, and it's the accessing being $sign is so strange to me.
And the list starting at 1.
The 1 doesn't bother me so hugely, but yeah, the dollar is strange. Options I equals. And the equals is not an equals here, and I want to replace it with zig. And I typoing left and right because I forget I'm on a Mac keyboard. I'm using a Windows like printed on keyboard, as in I hit the key that's got an @ symbol on it, and that's what gives me my quotes, and vice versa. Right, so
I think there was a 1 colon length thing in the for loop.
Is that correct? Hang on. What's wrong here? No, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, indentation looks fine.
Cool. It didn't find the thing. It didn't print done.
For the first, for this kind of for loop, what I've seen is that they use 1 colon, then length of the list. So for I in 1 colon.
Oh, yes. It's you need to, it's not like range in Python.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's thank you very much. I heard column, not colon. That was why I was really confused. That's why I was thinking about indentation, because I heard column. I was like, oh, my column.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. So it found it.
All right.
So now that is, I have created, actually, so that's that. That was there. I've done this. It's not JSON, but it is a list. And honestly, I feel like if I, right. So I have a list in, I keep clicking on Firefox. Right. Send nested lists as JSON payload in R. Internet, tell me how to do this. How to construct a JSON with nested lists. Yeah? The inner JSON object, which is that's what they're trying to construct. Ah, you literally just do that to JSON. So I literally just do, right, if I print out, and I already have the package imported even. So if I just do print to JSON latest round, let's see what it does. And I get rid of that done because I know it's worked. What? Hopefully, if it hasn't, I'll see it in the next round of output. That looks right, doesn't it? Except, no, it's not right yet.
The round name.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Latest round name is
You have the round number, highest, yeah.
I do.
Highest
equals
plus 1.
True. Highest plus 1. Assuming that what plus is the same and they haven't replaced that with some other operation. Now let's see if it does.
No.
Oh, it didn't. It's got rid of name. Here, look.
Weird.
What have I done wrong? Latest round name. maybe it needs to be the first element of it. Maybe I need to assign to the first element. Replacement has length 0. You don't need to keep seeing my blank Firefox. My goodness. Oh, hang on.
The operator is str?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Convert int to string. Oh, it was.
There's as.character.
Yeah, it's interesting because we had str to I before.
Yeah.
I
to str.
I don't think it's that. Convert to a character string to string. Help a function for format to produce a single character string describing an art object. No, that's not what I want, I don't think.
So yeah, as that character seems to work.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hang on. They're using equals. That's illegal. Can we use equals? Have I been an idiot this entire time? I mean, it's working. It's working. I will not. I'm not gonna question everything now. As dot character. Name 3. So, as dot character. Can I string concatenation? Paste sep one or more art objects. I love that. That's so bizarre. Why is it called paste? I know why it's called paste because of the days of like pasting bits of paper onto things. Yep. So what I want to do is I want to paste one or more art objects and then round that, and then I do sep equals a space. Let's see if that does what I want. Hang on, did I close my brackets? I didn't close my brackets. That worked. Round 3.
It's delayed on my end. Okay, good.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Can't type payload, apparently. It's only a comment, doesn't matter. Right, so you have some JSON. I want to send it to a payload, as a payload.
Yeah.
So what I can do is I've got, if you give me the next URL that I need to post this to,
yes,
I can get my super secret key.
So you just need to send a post request to /API/rounds.
Ah, and that appends that bit of thing to it, does it?
Yeah, you just need to then.
Cool. I'm just gonna. I've taken my terminal off this so that I can export my super secret key.
Oh yeah, it's super secret.
Because again, I've been chopping and changing sessions, and I didn't put any of this into Bash RC or anything like that, so it's all just all over the place. Cool, and clear. Right, here we go.
All right.
So now I have a payload. Let's see. And I have key. I'm going to make that lowercase because just as I don't know what the convention is, but it bothers me. So post requests with HTTR. My handy dandy PDF. Post requests. Post a file to a server. You literally just do this. Cool. Right. So it's just in the namespace. Cool. Good. So the URL is the same URL.
Yes.
The config is additional configuration headers, such as HTTP authentication.
Yes.
So headers, add headers.
You'll need to send a content type.
Yeah. I want to see what the usage is. Is the config is a list of, is it, do I do add headers in here? I wonder. JSON post request worked example. I'm somebody who just like monkey see, monkey do. If I can see an example of it working, I can extrapolate.
And now, I believe it's not only us. It's probably most of the people who do this. We all Google whatever comes to our minds. Add headers.
Yeah, I don't. This isn't R. I want R specifically. That would help if I put that in the query, Google query, wouldn't it? Listen, Friday afternoon. Cool. So body is this. Post that. Body equals body list. Encode equals JSON. No, that's not very useful to me. None of these are using R. R is not easy to Google for. Right.
Wait, so I got lost.
To be fair, I haven't looked at the PDF and seen if there are worked examples. Index. Add additional headers to a request. Usage, add headers. Header equals character. Named header values.
So in this case, if you want to add a content type, the name will be of the header will be content type equals application/JSON. That's a string.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Examples. Get, add arbitrary headers, not one. So you do it within this. Okay, so you do it within the get or the post. Yep. And you can probably do multiple. So I could probably do it in each line. I could probably do, if I wanted to do. So what if I just do this? Add headers, and I want, because I think there is also a content type.
Yes.
As a specific extra thing. So I don't know that I have to do that in a header. If the body is a named list, how should it be encoded? JSON application JSON. Right. Post body equals list X, encode equals JSON. But we already have the JSON. So the body doesn't need to be encoded.
Why do you say we already have the JSON?
Because we already have a thing called payload where it's got JSON here. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, right.
But maybe we didn't need to do that.
To print it. Okay.
Yeah. Encode equals C multipart. I think it's just JSON. Just JSON.
Yep.
And handle. What is handle? The handle to use with this request doesn't matter. I don't think that matters. So now what I need to do is I do need to add the authentication header, right? I've got my super secret key.
Yes.
So what does the header look like for that? Let me go to Scaleway, authentication post request. Oh my God, it's a Friday afternoon, right? Cool. So its a header is XAuth token, your secret key. Cool.
In this case, you don't need to add that specific header. It's a custom header from the server that I created.
Oh, you've got your super secret cool extra thing. Okay, so what does the header?
So a header is authorization.
Any capitals there?
Yes. First A.
S or Z?
Yes. Z.
Z. Filthy American spelling. So header that, and then here.
Then the value needs to begin with bearer. Bearer. Bearer.
Yep, bearer, like that.
Yes, with capital.
With a capital B. Yep. And then.
And that's the interesting part, because authorization is the key. Then bearer is part of the value. So you need to concatenate the value with the key separated by a space.
So it's bearer space thing, right?
Yes.
And then I do key, which I've pulled out of getEnv here.
Yeah.
And then what was it called? I did the paste thing here. It's sep equals a space. And that is the end of my paste. So I close that bracket. And I need a comma at the end of that. So what I've got at the end here is I've got a header that is just a string that is this concatenated with my key separated by a space.
Now, what I can see from the documentation is that you need to set them as key equals value.
Ooh.
So key will be.
Let me have a look at the docs, see exactly what it is that you are referring to. This one. So this is for add headers.
Yep.
Headers equals characters, a named character vector. So examples, version equals
Yes.
So actually what I want to do, and is it going to put in this colon and space the way that I want it?
It's supposed to do it by itself, so you don't need to add it.
So authorization equals, and then here I need to do the paste.
Yes.
Like this. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Let's see if it works. And now, let's clear. Rounds. There we go. Oh, no, clear. It's pasting out my key.
Oops.
Let me go run this in a window that other people can't see. Could not resolve host key.
Host. Oh, because it's the URL/API/rounds.
That's what I've got because that's what I'm curling here.
Oh, okay.
But it's saying could not resolve host, and then it's printing out the super secret key. So what have I done wrong? Let me sysgetEnv URL.
You can just put back the terminal. I'll change all the values after this. No worries.
Yeah, let me just. That's so strange. I think I've done a goof somewhere in my let me echo URL. No, that's correct. The URL is correct. Not that anybody needs to see it. And when I'm trying to do the post, it maybe I need to do config equals this. Maybe that'll be happier. Let me. Nope, don't do that. That's so strange.
No worries.
Hang on though. I do want to understand what it's doing. So it says could not resolve host.
But yeah, host, and then it gives you the authorization key.
Yeah. Host request in R. Your shell isn't parsing the command correctly. So it's actually a curl error. Oh, I think you need to do. I think I did need to set the content type maybe. It's treating the string application as your URL. Copied the strings and characters that look like regular quotes but weren't. But it's not regular quotes. It's the entire thing that's wrong. sysgetEnv URL.
All right. So it seems like you can define the headers.
Yeah.
As a, I don't know what data structure that is, as a thing that you pass into the add headers method.
Right. So what does that? Sorry, what does that look like? Send me a link of whatever it is you're looking at.
It's my good friend.
Send me a screenshot.
Or I can give you.
Give me. Okay. So
create a
what am
new
I doing?
variable called headers.
Let me just get rid of this. Right. No. Cool. Headers, and this is how you do it in Python as well. You generally do your headers first and pass them in as headers as a variable name. Cool. So, and is that a list or is this
that's a C?
Oh, which is what this is here as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A C
thing in parentheses, and then you do what you were doing before. Authorization equals.
Equals.
Yes, and
So
with the actual equals.
Any quotes around authorization?
Yes, both with quotes around it.
Authorization, that
yes.
equals
and
this.
The value, that's a string, yeah. Just, yeah, the way you have it there. Then comma, and the second one, which is
yes. Content type. Can't spell.
And the
content.
Value is.
What is it actually? Hang on. Let me have a look at the content type header. There we go. Content type. Oh, it needs to be capitals, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And then it's just application/JSON.
Correct.
Yeah. Content type equals. Oh boy, I mangled that one. And close my quotes. So now, if I do add headers.
Exactly.
And do I need the config here? I don't think I do.
I don't think you do. Yeah.
And in fact, I think it might make it not work. So now, clear and run that. Could not resolve host. Still, it's doing something wrong here. I don't know why I'm doing this and it's giving me this. Because if I echo the URL in my terminal, it's correct. And it's correct up here, because otherwise it wouldn't be able to...
What I have from the example that my good old friend ChatGPT gave me is just remove the URL key on line 34.
Yeah.
And just pass in the string. Just remove the URL equals. Remove that.
Oh, okay. Let's give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Oh.
Same thing.
I saved it. Yes. Yeah. Let me go back to the post syntax here. URL equals null. Handle null. A URL of the page to retrieve, but I don't want to retrieve. I want to post. Well, I guess retrieve is whatever. A character sent as is in body. Content type, a named list. Code, a response object. B2, yeah, so they're not using a named input here. Body equals a simple text string. JSON body, JSON light to JSON. Yeah. Body equals JSON body. Oh, encode equals raw, actually here.
Yeah, but we are using JSON.
Yeah, but they're doing the exact same thing we are when we did to JSON. Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't encode raw. But our problem is before that anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's giving me the wrong. I'm just going to put in the literal. I'm going to put in the URL and see if that fixes it. Because if that doesn't fix it, then we know the problem is somewhere else. Right. So the URL is this api.rounds. And now if I go back to my terminal, where is it? Where's it gone? Cool. That's so weird. Why is it trying to post to a key that I've never... Oh, I'm an idiot. You see it?
What? Okay.
Do you see it? I'm so stupid. Because I copied it from the bit. I copied it from up here, where I'm copying a response.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so now you can replace that.
Oh.
So it's been actually working
Don't watch this.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah, cool, good. That should just work now. That's really stupid. That's really embarrassing.
That's
Execution
part of the
argument is,
journey.
oh, named list argument is missing with no default. Error in named handle URL. Oh, so we do need to include the handle, I think. Handle. If not supplied, will be reduced based from the screen. Handle pool. Handle equals null. Let's do that.
And is null null? Okay.
I don't know, but it's what's in the example.
Oh yeah.
Pools post to handle URL to named. Named
Argument.
list argument is missing with no default.
What
Google.
if you
Google
what
help.
if you try to capture the response by printing it?
Yeah. I don't know that there is a response, but
And maybe the content of the response?
yeah, there's no response.
Same thing. Okay.
It can't find it, it's failing over, it's failing before it gets to the point of actually making the call. So is missing HTTR post. Let's see that. Right. It called post, and then it called handle URL, and then it called named. So what on earth is going on? Oh, I bet I do need this. Oh, no, actually, I shouldn't. I shouldn't need that. Because the other post examples don't have it as a named variable here.
Do you want to try changing the encoding to JSON? Maybe?
Yeah, sure. I don't think that's the issue. It's saying it doesn't have a name. Named list argument is missing. Let me go back to the docs for the post. We're so close to being actually having got this done though, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Config equals list. Additional configuration settings. Fine. But in the examples, I wish they had an example that had the config in it. Encode, C, multi-part form. Body is a named list. For JSON, parameters are automatically unboxed. Make sure to set the content type yourself, which we are. HTTR post example.
So the issue may lie in the body, right? The way we are handling the request body.
The JSON that we've got is
guessing,
the payload.
yeah.
That's the body. Yeah.
What if you try sending an empty object?
Yeah.
Or null, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
What it's doing is this is the traceback, right?
Handle URL named.
Yeah.
But yeah, from the examples that I'm being looking around, none of them are using a handler.
That's PHP anyway. I don't know why I'm looking at. R code. Post to API using HTML results in error. Maybe it's the same error. So they're doing adding headers in the same way that we are. Yep. They're not getting the same error that we are, though. This one that I'm just looking at. Nope, that's not relevant to us either. Man, this is really confusing me.
Yeah, it's strange because all the examples are telling us to do the same thing, and we are.
What we're doing. And it doesn't look like it's the body of the message. It's before that.
Yeah.
Let me just go stare at it for a bit because it might be something really stupid that I like before when I was doing something really stupid, right? That's what we were doing before. That gets us the right URL to ping here. So that's the correct thing. That we know that URL works. Added the headers. Body, we might as well put the payload back in.
Sure.
Encoding JSON. I don't know if we need to put encode.
We can try getting rid of it because we are still
we're still
defining
setting content type. Yeah.
Exactly.
Error in named list. Argument is missing with no default. Post. Okay, I'm gonna actually go into the thing. Where is it? Handle URL.
So you're gonna look through the repo.
I'm gonna look through the source code.
All right.
Handle URL. If the null is new URL, so we want named. New is a named list of something. If there are named components in that, modify the URL. The URL is not null, and the URL is not a handle, so that's fine. We've got past this error block already. If the handle is null, find the URL. If whatever. If the name components in this handle is null, URL could be null. If there are named components in here, so what it's caring about is that we've got body in here, I think, maybe, because it needs to then modify. No. If named list. And it's saying that there's nothing in here. That's what that error is saying, is an error in named list. It's not supplied arguments to that. That's so strange. Argument is missing with no default. Here.
Handle URL.
Yeah.
But where is handle URL coming from?
It's called by post. So I've got it out of this traceback. So and then it's calling this bit named, and that's saying there's an argument is missing.
So handle URL is supposedly a callback, right?
Yes.
So maybe it wants us to set a function callback, a callback function.
Yeah, maybe.
Right now it's set as null, but it doesn't.
Yeah, but that should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, send a post request with this. These don't have any handlers at all. So maybe we just get rid of it.
Yeah.
No, it's giving me the same error.
What about that trailing comma? Notes to the small things.
Response. So now, I was talking about trailing commas in the JSON way back in like an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours ago. Jeez.
Wait.
Hey, round 3's there. I just curled it. It worked. We're done. I'm right. So we've set ourselves up for next time. Options null. It hasn't
Options
sent the
null.
body. It hasn't
Yeah.
sent the body. Cool. So what have I done wrong? The payload is to JSON. So what if I just do this instead? Latest round. And I do set the encode to be JSON. Right, let's see if that works. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Ooh,
Almost there.
non-character argument. In string split, I name. Oh, because I modified the JSON that's coming from the curl. I've changed what is coming back out of this. So now my earlier stuff doesn't work.
Okay.
Can I just replace that with what I've got in here? Or can you reset it?
Oh, okay. I can try and delete it manually.
Yeah, because what I did before, round 2,
Your
round
code
3, the
partially.
options. Sorry?
Yeah, your code works partially, and that makes it so it doesn't continue to work.
Yeah. Why is that wrong though? String tie, string split, name. Why is that a non-character argument?
Right, it's deleted. So you can try again.
Thank you. Cool. So now I think this should work, right? Why did I print some stuff? Why is it printing stuff? Round 3.
Yeah.
Because I just did this.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So now I want to curl my URL again and see if it's done. The options are still null. Why are the options null? Right. I should not be sending this payload. I should not be doing this until it's correct. Hang on. I'm gonna go comment this all out. So latest round name is pasted that. So what is the latest round? The latest round is what I think it is. Yeah. And so why is it not sending the options when the body is latest round? Like, because I've just printed out the thing and I think that should be there. And it's got zig in it, as I expect. So why before was what getting sent here? Round 3. Give me my. Jeez.
So before you were encoding it, right, into JSON.
Yeah, I was. Why is it giving me null for options though? That's what I'm confused by.
What if you sent it as raw, but you encode it first?
Yes, because I got rid of the encoding, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Body payload is going to be to JSON latest round. And now this is going to be payload again. But what I actually want to do is I just want to print out payload just so I know exactly what it is.
Good idea.
Resp not found. That's fine. I need to do that. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's what we want.
Yeah, that looks like it, yeah.
So actually, I'm going to uncomment this. I need you to keep manually resetting the thing because I keep writing to it.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm ready.
Cool. Now, if I curl my URL. Null! Why is it null?
And there's one additional thing. The name
is in a brackets as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's something.
So the encoding is
weird. Is not good.
What if you change it back to JSON instead of raw? Will that give the same? result.
Well, I also wonder if we don't want to do this to JSON thing. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Have you reset it?
Yes. No. Yes. Same.
Same. So, let me go.
That's
Let me
so
go back to
close.
Google. Convert nested lists to JSON in post. In R, crucially. That's fine. No, that's a previous problem. Right, so I have a bunch of stuff, and I want to convert it to this. Auto unbox. That might be it. Let me have a look. JSON light auto unbox R.
Just landed on that as well.
Yeah, let me just put that in and see if that
Yeah.
gives me what I want. Yeah. Auto unbox equals true. And then I'm gonna comment this out again. Actually, no, if you don't mind resetting it, it's useful to actually see.
Send it.
Yeah. Right, cool.
We are not charged by the
Yeah. Still null. That's so strange.
But
it is correct now. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. So we are one step ahead now.
We are. I wonder if this latest round is I wonder if that's not doing everything that I want it to here. No, we know it is. We printed it out here, latest round. We printed it out before and it gave us all the stuff we wanted. So why is the payload? Yeah, the payload has it in because I printed that. That print is this. So it does have the options in it. And that is what a JSON list looks like. It does have square brackets.
Indeed.
So this is correct JSON. Why is it not getting plumbed through this post request? JSON getting lost in post request R, HTTR, just to be absolutely array and body. Let's have a look. Body encode. So I wonder if we don't want the C here. I wonder if we just want JSON. Let's give that a go. Or let me read through some more things and then have a look. Yeah. I love this typo in the answer. Becker. That's not.
Becker.
Instead of bearer, they've got Becker.
By obscurity. You change the name.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Nobody can copy paste this and have it work.
Yeah.
That looks like exactly what we're doing. Why is this so confusing? Body to JSON. Sure. Encode. And here again, they're not putting in that data structure that we used before. Nope, that's not useful to me. Okay, I'm going to try the thing again after having got rid of the brackets here, because I wonder if that was not encoding it the way we wanted. Although this should be raw now, because we have got correct JSON.
Yeah, try it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So sending it again, and I know Diego reset it because it's not, my code isn't crying at me. It's still null. Why is it still null?
Yes.
Let me try again in case it took a moment. No. Yeah, we literally just saw that it has options. I wonder if it might need the comma at the end. No, it shouldn't. It mustn't.
No,
Yeah.
stay away from those trailing commas.
Yeah. HTTR turning list in JSON into null. No. That's not giving me what I want. Yeah, this is a nested list. Content type, application JSON. Yes. And they haven't set encode here. Mind you, to be fair, this is the problem statement that they're doing. Right, curl, looks like this. Authorization. I like that they're using sprintf. Oh, you can do that apparently. Body equals args, verbose. What if we add verbose? I don't know why it would need that. Or maybe I should put a comma at the end here. Let me try again.
With the
Verbose might give
trailing
us...
comma?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't like the trailing comma.
Yeah.
So it sent that. Server, whatever. It sent this.
So the HTTP request is going fine. I don't think the problem is there. It's probably encoding that we're doing before the object that we're creating. There's one thing I saw.
Oh, do I need square brackets around this JSON?
You don't, no? So there's one thing that I saw that suggests making the body a list, and within this list, you set the options array as a list of characters, a list of strings.
Right.
So it's manually created using an R data structure.
Sure. Okay, but that's what latest round is anyway. I think
Sort
it
of,
is.
yeah. That's where I think the problem is. The way we are assigning latest options. No, before
latest
that.
Round.
Yeah, latest round.
So when we did this, latest round is what we get out of it. Eventually it comes from the list, the content that we got out of this, which we parsed, and it's a bunch of our data structures. Because this is like options is clearly an array of characters because that's what we have here. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that part is fine. So maybe we need to
just send that.
Parse latest round.
Content are parsed.
Options, no.
Hang on. What that? Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Because in the docs, we saw for the HTTP stuff, content was something you can use to put together content for a post, and that's what I got. I was annoyed when we were doing the get because I was like, I don't want to post anything yet. Content. True. So head is that. I don't care about head. Content that. Encoding. Other parameters passed as equals passed. Right. Parsed. Yeah. So as equals parsed here. Now let's see if this works.
Worth giving a shot.
Argument is of length 0. If latest round options. What did I do? I didn't change anything here. Did you reset it?
I did.
Interesting. Error in that argument is of length 0. Unexpected symbol. What did I do? Didn't put a comma in there. Woo! I am on a roll. Stop if not. Response X is not true. Didn't like that. Let me just do that because that's the syntax we have earlier. Is.response X is not true. I've done something wrong in building this content. Examples. Content R raw. Content R automatically parses JSON. Okay.
Okay. So maybe that one?
Well, no, because this is always about this is always about building. Actually, I was wrong. This is about extracting content from a request. So actually, that was wrong. Body. Yeah, post body equals false, no body. A character or raw vector sent as in body. A named list. See details for encode. If the body is a named list, how should it be encoded? For multipart, list elements could be strings or objects. Form, elements request strings and escaped. We don't need that. JSON parameters are automatically unboxed for raw. Okay, so we do want JSON. That's something I hadn't changed. And I think I get rid of this. I think it is just latest round. This should just, I swear we tried this, but I don't know. Yeah, this gives us options null.
No, yeah. So.
Do you have the answer?
No, I don't. But what if we do something with the first for loop?
Yeah.
The one
getting the
above
name.
that? Yes, where we define latest round. Over there, we are setting the whole object, right?
Yeah.
And we are, you're specifying, no, you're not specifying anything there.
Because when we print this out later, if I print this out here, let me get rid of the actual post, or let me comment it out. I wish I knew how to do proper commenting all at once.
Command K, Command C.
There we are. So here, if I just say print latest round, right, and I run my little that again. Argument is of late 0. No. Did you reset it yet? There we go. So here, this is printing out the latest round, and that looks like a nested list, right? So maybe I need to do list latest round. See that?
Yeah.
And that nests it one more time, which is I think what we actually had before when it initially came out of the request.
What if you set it up manually, like list, within that list, you define the name as latest round, $sign name, then options, latest round, $sign options. You decompose it manually?
Yeah, so
and recompose it.
What I need to do is, okay, new latest round equals
new final.
Yeah, equals a list. And then how do I set up a new empty list in? Because it has names,
you can just do it inside that list definition, like inside the parentheses, name equals, and that will be latest round, $sign.
Yeah.
name.
This feels really strange that we're having to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, also, what I want to do is print the latest round's options, because I don't know if that's, I don't know what it looks like when you access that.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks fine. That looks correct.
Can you try making the options? No.
Like they're characters. They have to be characters.
Yeah, but are
So
they?
now, I think so.
Is there a type of some?
I mean, we got them out of the same, like.
Yeah, yeah.
What
Oh
was I
yeah,
going to
there's
do?
a type of function.
There's a type of function.
Yes, that will give you the type of.
Oh, right, sure. For how do we do the? Yeah, you do need to do for I in latest round options. Print. I'm guessing is it just going to be type I? I haven't seen the Haskell type function, not Haskell. I've just been looking at Haskell as a word on my terminal for a while. R type function. Type of. Cool. Good old print debugging. Yeah, character. Yeah, character. That's what I expected.
All right.
And then
What about options? Is a character list?
oh,
Because that's the thing that's giving us null. So it's maybe it's not
yeah,
being able to parse it properly.
yeah. Type of latest round options. It says list. That's what I expect.
Is list the same as a character list in terms of
I think.
type of?
Right. Basic data types. Right. List types in R. Lists. Yeah, whatever. List. Yeah, sure. List elements, manipulating them, merging them, converting them to vectors. Character list? Create a list of character vectors. Yep. Oh, is C a vector? Right, okay.
So list as character? As dot character seems to be the thing.
So where am I putting as dot character?
In options equals.
As dot character.
Yeah.
All of that?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Let's
So
do it.
now. Oh. Here. Why is that not? Because I'm stupid, that's why. So now, if I do new latest round, we think we've now constructed by casting this to character something that will get parsed correctly by the JSON converter. Is that where we're at?
That's the theory, yeah.
I would never have picked that up. There's no. I would never. If that's correct, there's no reason I would ever have thought that that was the issue. No, still null.
Wait, can you try it again? Oh.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, still null. We might have to give up on this. We're at 2:15.
Yeah, one last try, one last theory.
Right. It thinks that whatever is in this thing is not. It's not taking the second bit of it. Options, it thinks is null.
Wait, can you mash that up with the toJSON function using auto unbox equals true?
Yep. Now do we want raw here?
Nothing.
I think we just change. Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay, am I running my script now?
Yes. No.
Oh.
Okay.
Now if I do this, let's try that. No, still nothing. This is so weird.
They're so close.
I know. I'm going to get rid of the verbose because that's not helping us.
Yeah.
I don't think.
If you can get rid of the encode.
I guess.
None of the examples that I can see here use it. And the trailing comma.
Yeah, you are so correct. Still null. I also don't need to be printing this response.
Okay, so my last suggestion will be to remove the ask character in the options assignment. Just because, why not?
Yeah, because we haven't done it we haven't done this particular combination of things.
Exactly.
No, nothing.
That's your last.
It's changing something. It's nothing to do with the authorization. It's to do with the way that it's so strange that it's giving us this, but not giving us this.
Yeah. The latest, line 24. What are we doing there?
Hang on, line 24.
Oh, that's the name. No, that's the name.
Yeah. What about for latest options? Right, latest options equals list with options equals a list, right?
So you can use the equal sign now?
Oh, yeah, you are correct. That's probably not right. For I in latest round options. I'm going to recreate this in a list manually. That's my last options. I want to do latest options. No, I don't. I just want this to be a list. A
character list?
Latest options. What is? How do I do a character? How do I make a character list?
C. Just replace list with C.
Here, yeah. Cool. Okay. Latest is latest options I.
Yeah.
Equals latest round options.
Wait, isn't this assigning the value to I?
No, this is just looping.
Because on line 18, we are using the range, 1:length, and then I becomes a number, the
Yes, you're
iteration.
correct. And I don't want a exclamation point. Yeah.
Then you want the length of that, right?
Yes. Right. Now I'm just completely recreating this. And instead of latest round options, I do this. We've completely recreated this entire list from basic data types. And it should just work. If there was anything like funky going on in those strings or in that inner list that we originally have, we should now completely recreated it. So one more time. Exited without error.
No.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We gave it a try.
I'm out of ideas. Yeah, I'm out of ideas. I don't know why.
We gave it a try. We got so close to it.
It's baffling to me that it's giving us the name. It's correctly writing the name, but it's not writing the.
Let's just change character list with regular list. Because
one last time.
Yeah, I mean.
No, nothing.
Nope. All right, it's fine. The goal was
almost
to
all the way there.
Try.
We got stumped by something that is clearly not intuitive.
Yes.
It's at least it wasn't something where it's like, oh, I'm doing a get on this, you know.
Yes, it's a proof of the developer experience of the whole thing.
Yeah, like it's not that I've typoed here and it's not doing the JSON correctly. It's not. It's clearly we're creating the headers correctly because
it's making the request
because this works.
And actually, the request is being processed by the server, so probably not the headers.
Yeah. So why is this JSON just malformed? Maybe we get rid of the auto unbox.
Yeah, and then we get rid of the toJSON.
Slack really wants me to. No, I think if you do the auto unbox, maybe what it's doing is it's unboxing that list and turning it into something. It's getting rid of the actual necessary square brackets.
Maybe we will see.
We'll see. If this works, I'm going to be so satisfied. It didn't work.
Yep. And now we have the square brackets on the name.
We do. Dang. Yeah. Man, I'm stumped. I'll be honest. I'm stumped. I don't think we're going to I don't think we're going to fix this at this point.
Yeah, I agree. We set to make this work without having any clear understanding of the language or the ecosystem around it. Mm-hmm. And we got so far.
Yeah.
We basically did everything.
We managed to write back to the endpoint.
Oh yeah.
With correctly formed and correctly parsed JSON all the way through to the very last step. And we just listen, if any of our audience watching now or in the future watching this back to laugh at us in the future, figure out what we needed to do here, please let us know. Yes. My goodness, I'm so curious. I might go and send this to all my data science friends and be like, help. Although I don't know how many of them are using R to make HTTP requests. So
in any case,
we post it on Stack Overflow. Yes, I absolutely had fun. It's good to give the brain a little bit of a workout every now and then and do something new.
Yeah, we gave a new tool a try. We tried out the developer experience. We didn't quite enjoy it.
Honestly, the developer experience of R, pretty good. The documentation is there, which is more than can be said for some languages. Yeah, I would love some more worked examples. I would love, in particular, a piece of documentation that gave us an example of using this that actually worked. But, hey ho. Yeah, I feel like this is the kind of thing that might stump people even who are familiar with R, maybe. I don't think this is a beginner level problem necessarily, or like I think it's the kind of thing that even experienced people will run into every now and then. So I'm not too sad that this is what we ended up running up against.
Yeah, we got really, really far.
Yeah.
And I think we completed the challenge. If not
If
just
I
for
was
this
sending
small
this as a
step
post
there.
request from the command line, it'd be fine.
Exactly. We can create the actual core request to send.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd say it's a win.
Awesome. All right.
All right. So it's
Do we
been
have
great.
yeah, do we have stuff to plug? We don't have a guest, so we don't have anything to yell about on behalf of a guest.
We can mention our next session next week with
Yes.
one of the developer relations people from Ampere. Ampere,
Hmm.
the company that makes uh, actual CPUs for servers, ARM CPUs.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about ARM and why ARM is so in the news lately, especially in the servers or the cloud providing servers
Hmm.
field.
Yeah, when we talk about the cloud being someone else's computer, like these are the someone else's computers that the cloud runs on, made by ARM and Ampere.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Other stuff we've got coming up, we've got if you're in Paris on the 27th of June, swing by the Scaleway offices. There's going to be a Cube Talks, which they're always fun. They're always really good. And I don't know who it is that we have speaking this month. You can probably go and find it on the Scaleway website, find out. There'll be a Cube Talks. What else? Any speaking engagements coming up for you, Diego?
Nothing really soon. We will be in Amsterdam in 2 weeks.
Well, yes, I'm
So
very
if
excited about
you're
it.
there, we will be there for a week. So if you're there and you want to hang out with the Scaleway developer relations people, let us know.
Yeah. I'm speaking in Birmingham next week, doing a talk about the history of data storage that I've mentioned a couple of times on stream before. And then I'm also speaking in Amsterdam at the end of the month. So I'm going to hang around in Amsterdam after DevOps days and do Go 2, which should be really, really fun. So if you happen to be in Amsterdam around then and you have some spare time, come and hang out with us, or come and hang out with me when I'm there and everyone else isn't.
Great. All right. So I think this was a good session. It's too bad that we missed that one last step.
I'm
But
going to go around all my data science friends and ask them to help me fix it.
oh yeah, I know that's going to be in our heads during the whole weekend. But yeah, next time we will have some fun with any of those new languages that we have on our list,
Yes.
replacing R with Zik, right?
Yes, which I've not heard of before. So
So that's going to be a new challenge for Dan.
yes, he's going to have to be
Meanwhile,
the one in the hot seat next time.
meanwhile, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for laughing with us, probably.
Or at
Laughing
us.
at us, probably. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see you next time at Scaleway Sessions. Thank you so much for your attention.